in the late 40s, jazz was very much in the news. So one Saturday night, my girlfriend and I decided to go to one of the clubs. I don't know how we chose that particular club or where it was, but in any case, as we approached the club, we noticed that there was plate glass against the wall, and we looked right into the room, which was surprisingly large. We didn't think these jazz clubs, were that sumptuous. And okay, we settled in, and the entertainment was Machito and his orchestra. One thing I clearly remember was the orchestra wore the Nehru jackets, which was very popular in those days, and they were red. Some of the whole orchestra was in red. Nehru jackets, it was something like that. They were all tight, and soloist was wearing a casual leather jacket. He was a rather broad-chested young man, and since the orchestra was wearing this tight-fitting jackets and he was wearing this loosely fitting leather jacket, he seemed much larger than anybody in the orchestra. Anyway, the entertainment begins, and who remembers anything about what the orchestra played? But the soloist was one Charlie Parker. Now, he played bebop, which to me was disappointing. It was high-pitched, it was fast, and I couldn't ascertain any melody. It was like someone was showing his technical skill. Anyway, intermission comes, and the second go-around, and Charlie Parker doing his solo, and he took it down somewhat, and the tone became warmer. I mean, this is my concept, and he played with great power. I mean, that we noticed. We didn't think much of jazz at that time, but what we noticed was he was playing with great power, and we looked up, to see, to get a better look at this saxophonist playing with such dexterity and such power and such emotion. Okay, so we looked up, and we appreciated him, no doubt about that. And we forgot about it. It was a Saturday night out, So we fast forward to something like 30 years. And I'm listening to one of the student stations, New York, WKCR. They play jazz. And the announcer says that he's going to play a recording by Machito and Charlie Parker. So I said, I remember Machito. His was the orchestra with the guys in the red Nehru suits. And then it struck me, Charlie Parker. It was Charlie Parker that I saw in a leather jacket, like he had just walked in off the street. And it was amazing to realize that I had seen Charlie Parker, the great Charlie Parker, without realizing it for all those years. My friends and I used to talk jazz, what we knew about jazz. I never even mentioned I saw Charlie Parker. So it didn't seem to be a particularly great evening, but apparently it was a monumental evening.